Hello and welcome to all my dear friends. Now all the exam dates are declared for 10th and 12th board. Obviously CET, JEE, NEET, all exams are declared. So I have decided to have a revision session for physics, chemistry and mathematics 12th standard. Afterwards I am having a revision session for 10th standard also, science and maths. But today we are going to see a chapter which is common for both and all the boards, and that is halogen derivatives, which comes under the subject of chemistry obviously, and more accurately it is the part of organic chemistry. So the whole chapter is split in 8 points. We can see here 8 points in which we can have definition, the classification of halogen derivatives, nomenclature, methods of preparation, physical properties, optical isomerism, chemical properties and uses and effect of the halogen derivative of alkenes. The last point is for few compounds, few polyatomic compounds. So we'll see the whole halogen derivative topic one by one, in which first definition. First thing we need to understand is alkanes and arenes. Both are hydrocarbons having slightly different properties. Alkanes are aliphatic hydrocarbons. Saturated aliphatic hydrocarbons are called as alkanes, and arenes are unsaturated aromatic hydrocarbons. So aromatic gives the name as arene. So we need to understand the halogen derivatives. Now what is the meaning of derivatives? If you replace hydrogen by any other species, that is called as derivatives. So here the specific word is halogen. Now what is halogen? The halogen elements in which fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. These are the 4 elements we are taking specifically for the formation of halogen derivatives. So the replacement of hydrogen, one or many obviously, by halogen according to the hydrogen number from hydrocarbons. Okay, so that is called as halogen derivatives. The replacement of hydrogen by halogens in hydrocarbons is called as halogen derivatives of alkanes. So this is the halogen derivative of alkanes. Now the classification of hydrogen derivative is based on the basis of hydrocarbon skeleton. What is the meaning of hydrocarbon skeleton? So you can see here the X, that is halogen, is bonded to a saturated system, that is single bonded system. Here X is bonded to a carbon which is a double bonded carbon. Here X is bonded to a triple bonded carbon, and here X is directly bonded to a aromatic system. So this is called the skeleton, as it is single bond, double bond, triple bond and aromatic system. So that's why it is then labeled as skeleton. The second type is on the basis of number of halogen atoms. So here bond differed and here number of atoms are differing. You can see here only one halogen atom is there. Here you can see there are 2 halogen atoms. So here 2 hydrogens are replaced by 2 halogen atoms. Same goes with this also. It is the example of geminal dihalide, it is the example of vicinal dihalide. You will get it afterwards. But right now just need to understand on the basis of number of halogen atoms. So here 1 hydrogen is replaced by 1 halogen, 2 hydrogens are replaced by 2 halogens, and 3 hydrogens are replaced by 3 halogens. So these are the specific examples. Nomenclature part you need to see afterwards. Right now we are just segregating, we are just differentiating the different kind of compounds which we can get by just removing hydrogen by halogen, because the basic heading is halogen derivatives. So in that halogen derivatives, if you just see that hydrogen is replaced by halogen, but it is not sufficient to understand the whole vastness of the halogen derivatives chapter. So that's why we are segregating all the terms. So once again, haloalkanes, haloalkenes, haloalkynes and haloarenes. These are based on the how many bonds carbon is carrying. Here, how many hydrogen atoms are replaced by the halogen is the second basis. Now, for our syllabus, we are mostly interested in monohalogen compounds. So what is the monohalogen compounds? Here, if one hydrogen atom of the hydrocarbon system is replaced by 1 halogen atom, it is called as monohalogen compounds. Same goes with the di and tri, you can understand it. Now if you classify the monohalogen derivatives of alkanes, then first alkyl halides. So basically we are having a alkane system, that is saturated aliphatic hydrocarbon system. Saturated, simple language you can call it as saturated is nothing but the single bonded system. sp3 hybridized carbon system. So here you can see halogen is bonded to a carbon atom which is bonded to one another carbon atom only. So here primary alkyl halides is the first type, the second is secondary, third is tertiary. So monohalogen derivatives, in that we have first alkyl halides. In that alkyl halides we have three types. First type, primary alkyl halides, means a halogen is bonded to such a carbon atom which is a primary carbon atom. Now what is primary carbon atom? Primary carbon atom is nothing but a carbon which is bonded to only one carbon atom. You can see here. So this is C which is bonded to R. R stands for alkyl. Alkyl is nothing but like CH3, C2H5, C3H7. All are the alkyl systems. Means ultimately R stands for alkyl part. It can be anything. And X stands for halogen. It can also be anything. So now what is halogen here? For your understanding, X is, we can call it as fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So it is nothing but the X. So anything you can choose here. Primary, secondary, because here X is bonded to such a carbon atom which is bonded to two carbon atoms. So 2 stands here, if we are having two carbon atoms, means it is secondary. Same goes with the tertiary, means there are 3 carbon atoms bonded to the carbon to which halogen is directly bonded. So this is alkyl halide system. Now second, allylic halides. Now in allylic halide, yes, the halogen is bonded to a carbon which is sp3 hybridized carbon only, but that carbon is bonded to a carbon which is double bonded system. Here R is single bonded system. Whatever it may be, it can be C3H7, it can be C4H9, no problem, but all the carbons are singly bonded. But here X is bonded to sp3 hybridized carbon. You can, I'll label it sp3. It is definitely sp3, but that CH3 is bonded to a carbon which is sp2. So here is the twist. That's what it's called as allylic halide. Next, benzylic halide. Again, X is bonded to a carbon which is sp3 only, but that C is bonded to a or you can say aromatic system, benzylic system, benzene system. So that's why it is called as benzylic halide. Next, here the X is bonded to a carbon which is a directly double bond carbon. So that's why here definition of vinylic is what? sp2. The halogen atom is bonded to a sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Means in short, a carbon which is having double bond. If halogen is directly bonded to a carbon which is having a double bonded system directly, then it is called as vinylic halide. Next, haloalkyne. You can see alkyne means triple bonded system. So here is the mistake. You need to remember, I intentionally did it. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 bonds cannot be occupied by the carbon atom. That's why this H must be removed. Try to understand. Here the system, now it is satisfying. Now it is well satisfying. Okay, so if haloalkynes is there, so C is bonded to X, means if X, that is halogen, is bonded to a carbon which is directly a triple bonded carbon, then it is called as haloalkynes. And finally, if X is bonded to an aromatic system is what? Which follows the Huckel's rule, then that is called as haloarenes. So once again, the the classification of alkyl halides is, the classification of monohalogen compounds is alkyl halides in which primary, secondary, tertiary alkyl halides, allylic halides in which halogen is bonded to a carbon, that is a sp3 carbon atom, but that C is bonded to a carbon which is sp2, that is double bonded system. Benzylic, halogen is bonded to a sp3 hybridized carbon which is bonded to a benzene system. Vinylic, halogen is bonded to directly a sp2 hybridized carbon, that is double bonded system. Haloalkynes, halogen is bonded to a carbon which is directly a triple bonded carbon. And finally, halogen is bonded to a aromatic system called as haloarenes. So this is the classification of. Hi and welcome. Now we understand with the nomenclature of halogen derivatives. In that, as I said, there are two types, common name and IUPAC name. In common name, what are we going to do? For example, we will take CH3 Cl. We'll take a simple example to understand first. What do we do for common nomenclature system? We have to first split the compound in two halves, two parts. First part is alkyl and the second part is halide. That's all. As here we can see, it is alkyl halide. So here one carbon system in alkane is methane. So that methane turned to methyl. Now CH3 becomes methyl and Cl become chloride. So the name of CH3Cl will become methyl chloride. Okay, so in that way we have to always, what we have to do, halogen we have to cut and remaining part we have to call as alkyl. Okay, whatever it may be. So now we'll take another example. CH3, CH2, CH2, Br. Suppose I'm taking this example now. So here again the logic will be the same. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these two parts. The first part is CH3, CH2, CH2, 3 carbon containing system. The 3 carbon containing system is propane. So propane will be called as propyl. Okay, and Br is nothing but bromide. But there is a twist now. And what is the twist? Suppose I am having another example as CH3, CH, Br, CH3. Here also I can cut the system in two halves like this. Here the upper part again contains 3 carbon, lower part is nothing but bromine. So here I can write propyl bromide. But now you know these two compounds are different. Here Br is bonded to a primary carbon and here the Br bonded to a secondary carbon. Okay, whatever we studied in the classification of halogen derivatives. So that's why what we have to do, we have to bifurcate them, we have to distinguish them. So for that purpose, in common nomenclature system, we have some prefixes: N, sec, iso, tertiary, and neo. These are the 5 prefixes we can use as per the requirement. N come when the whole system is straight line. Okay, all the carbons present are in the straight line, then it will be N. Here a halogen is bonded to a carbon which is bonded to 2 different carbon and shows the mirror image also. So that's why in this particular system, when halogen is bonded to a carbon on which or another methyl group, only one methyl group is present, then that system will be called as iso system. If halogen is bonded to a secondary carbon, then it will be a sec system. We do not have any example of secondary here, that's why I'm mentioning the rule only. If halogen is bonded to a tertiary carbon, why it is called tertiary? Obviously you can see this carbon is bonded to 3 different carbon atoms, that's why it is a tertiary carbon atom. So that's why the name will be tertiary alkyl halide. Here the Cl is bonded to a double bonded system. So you also in the classification you knew the rule. So this kind of system is called as vinyl system. So basically here if you bifurcate it, I'm just teaching you the common nomenclature system first. So here this is the part, 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 and this is the nomenclature system. Aromatic have the different rules of the nomenclature system. We'll see it afterwards. Right now we'll just cover the given compounds here. So CH3, CH2, Cl. This part is 2 carbon system. 2 carbon system in alkane is ethane. So that's why it turns to be ethyl chloride. So the name will be ethyl, and here the fill in the blank is what? Chloride. Here 1, 2, 3, a straight carbon system. That's why N arose. Here N arose. So now why we are not using N here? Because if you use this Cl in the left hand side, still it will be the first carbon. We do not have any competition here. That's why here if you not write N, it is also okay. So that's why we are not using N here, and here we have to write N. Why? Because if Br comes this position, then we have to separate them. The two names can't be the same. Here is the logic, here is the proof. That's why N comes. N stands for normal. Normal means when all the carbon atoms present are in the same line, straight line. N propyl, and Br is nothing but bromide, yani ki bromide. Here Cl was there, that's why chloride. Here Br is there, that's why it is bromide. In the same fashion, what I will stand for, it will be iodide. So the whole name we'll see here. It is iso. Why iso? Because on this carbon atom we are having only one. If you consider this as a straight chain, then it is the only one carbon atom present here. one methyl group is there. So CH3, CH3, I is nothing but iso 3 carbons, that's why propyl, and iodine, that's why iodide. That's the name. Come here. Here I wrote the same whole name. Cl gives the chloride name. Count the all carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stands for butyl. Tertiary, because Cl is bonded to a tertiary carbon atom. That's why name tertiary butyl chloride. Okay. Here it is the direct given name. It falls under the category of vinyl chloride. That's why the name of this compound is nothing but the vinyl chloride. This is the common name only. Okay. And finally, if 1-2 relationship is there, then that relationship in dihalogen derivatives of arenes is called as ortho. If 1-3 relation is there, it is called as meta. If 1-4 relationship is there, it is called as para. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 ortho, 1, 3 meta, and 1, 4 para. Here we are having 1-3 relationship. That's why the name is meta dichlorobenzene is given. So once again, we'll understand the rules of common nomenclature system. First rule, make the whole compound in 2 parts, alkyl and halide. Alkyl is nothing but remaining part rather than the halogen is called as alkyl. So here 2 carbons ethyl, 3 carbons propyl, 3 carbons propyl, 4 carbons butyl, 2 carbons. Here obviously it will not come under the same part because it is the double bonded system. That's why it is vinyl, and this is the aromatic system. That's why it is having the different nomenclature system. So that's why up to this 4 we are having the basic rules. So N, sec, iso, tertiary, and neo. It is the common nomenclature system of the halogen derivatives. In the description we can get the whole list of the nomenclature systems. Okay, in that you can understand the whole nomenclature system, not only for halogen derivatives, alcohols, phenols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones, everything you can see in that particular section. Here just this much part is sufficient. So now we'll move to the IUPAC nomenclature system. Okay, again we'll take the example CH3, CH, Cl and CH3. We'll take a simple example and try to understand the nomenclature rule. IUPAC nomenclature system has first rule, whatever may be the number of carbon atoms, count them and call it as a parent alkane. Now which halogen is there, according to that halogen, call it as halo. So here how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons in alkane system is propane. Done. Okay, we covered this much part. Done. Now what is left? Cl. Cl will turn as chloro. Which halogen is Cl? Chlorine. So chlorine will turn to chloro. But that chlorine is bonded to second carbon. That's why the name 2-chloro. Okay. See, IUPAC is the simplest way of naming a system, but it should not overlap. It should not confuse with the other compound. That's why we have to be very specific. Why I'm saying this thing? Suppose I'll take this example, CH3, CH2, CH2 and Cl. Now again you can get chloro for Cl, propane for 3 carbon system, but here Cl is bonded to first carbon. That's why the name will become 1-chloropropane. It will become 1-chloropropane. Now many students ask, is that the rule we should start from the right end only? No. You should start from the end where halogen is closer, where halogen will get the minimum local number. Okay, so Cl is getting one number here, that's why the name is 1-chloropropane. Suppose I'll change the scenario and I'll write Cl here, CH2, CH2 and CH3. Now this compound and this compound are one and the same. Okay, so here now we have to start from the left hand side. Okay, it will not become 3-chloro. Now the numbering will become different way. Now it will again become 1-chloropropane. So that's the nomenclature rule. First, select the longest chain of carbon atoms containing the halogen. Second, halogen must get the minimum local number, that is called minimum locant rule. You must get the as many substitutes as possible. Those whole rules we'll get when we'll study the bigger compounds, bigger examples. But right now these are the rules. So now we'll give the names for the given compounds here. First, CH3, CH2, Cl. Now, obviously, 2 carbon system is ethane, done. Cl will become chloro, as you understand. It is chloro. Here, 1, 2, 3 carbon system is propane. Br becomes bromo. The Br is bonded to first carbon, so that's why it will become 1 bromo propane. Simple. Here the system is like this. 1, 2, 3 carbon system is propane. Now I will be iodine. Iodine turns to be iodo. So it will be 2-iodopropane. That's the name. Come here. Now very twisting example. As compared with the common nomenclature system and the IUPAC nomenclature system, we need to understand very carefully here. The first rule of IUPAC nomenclature system is select the longest chain of carbon atoms. So 1, 2, 3. One way, or 1, 2 and 3 another way, or 1, 2 and 3. Whatever you can do, but every time we are getting 3 carbon system as the longest system in the straight chain, in the straight line. So I'll lock to this. This way we'll get the simplest way. CH3, 3 carbon system will become propane. Here we are starting with the surname. Just to understand, here you can say that we are starting from the surname. 1, 2, 3. Now this much part we covered. On second we are having 1 chlorine. On second we are having 1 CH3. 1 alkyl, 1 halide. So this Cl, as it is a guest, will give that particular Cl preference, that is 2-chloro. Why 2? Because Cl is on the second carbon. 2-methyl. Why 2-methyl? Because methyl is also on the second carbon. And why propane? Because this longest chain has the name propane, because it contains 3 carbon system. So 2-chloro, 2-methyl propane is the name of tertiary butyl chloride, means this compound. Means these 3 are exactly same. Here butyl comes, but here we are not getting butane. That is the twist. Okay, hope you got it. Okay, same goes for this also. Now again the same rule. Here I wrote haloalkanes for alkane system, but it is alkene system. In alkene system what I am having, this 2 carbon alkene is ethene. So that's why the name ethene. Cl is bonded to any, doesn't matter if Cl is this side or that side, doesn't matter. Both way we don't need to add the number. That's why it is chloroethene, because Cl is nothing but chloro. And as I said, it is 1-3 relationship in IUPAC system. 1-3 we have to write directly. Dichlorobenzene is the remaining part. So this is benzene, chlorine 2 times. The way of writing is dichloro. So dichlorobenzene is the name. So this is the common and IUPAC nomenclature system for the halogen derivatives. Now we'll take one example, a big example, try to nomenclate it, and we'll stop for the nomenclature part only. So CH3, CH, CH, CH2, CH, CH3. This is Cl, this is CH2, CH3, this is CH3. This example I chose. Now, first rule, select the longest chain of carbon atoms containing halogen. So now we'll start. Halogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 3 options here. Okay, but what they say? Having highest number of branches. So now if I'll choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then only 1 here and 1 second. These are the 2 branches only. But if I'll choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the first branch, this is the another branch, and this is the everywhere, that is in the previous also. So here I'm choosing this straight chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 means hexane. Okay, so this much part is covered now. Now what left? This CH3 left, this CH2 CH3 left, and this Cl left. Obviously Cl, the part of Cl is named as chloro. CH2 CH3 will be 2 carbon system, that is ethyl. 1 CH3, that will be methyl. Chloro, ethyl, methyl. Their respective numbers also. It is 2 chloro, 4 ethyl, 5 methyl. Okay, so that's the name. But twist comes, ethyl first or methyl first? So the alphabetical rule says E comes first before the M. That's why ethyl first. So the name will be 2-chloro, because Cl is the guest here. 4-ethyl, 5-methyl hexane is the name of this particular compound. Okay, so I hope you got the point of nomenclature of halogen derivatives. You need to just go through it once. What are the basically rules for the nomenclature, common, IUPAC? Once you get the rules, try to solve as many examples as you can. So this is all about the nomenclature part. Thank you very much.